How you doing? It's Bill Stage, and I am with Chuck Murphy. You might know Chuck from doing all sorts of solo guitar work around the world. His battle with Doug Brundies was infamously portrayed on the Dwyer Michaels show. Chuck, how are you today, man?
I am perfect. Just trying to deal with this quarantine and 6 kids, buddy.
No problem. No problem.
No sweat.
So Chuck reached out to me a few weeks ago, invited me to this Facebook group, and it was basically talking about musicians and getting together and sharing some ideas. And what came out of it was really, really cool. I just got this video from him last week or sometime, and I said, let's get on a Zoom call and talk about this because I think more people need to be aware of what you're doing. Tell us a little bit about what this Facebook group and how all this thing got started, Chuck.
Well, how it all started is John Van Camp, who's a local guitar player, of course. He
Project X, Rolling Thunder.
Sugar Nipples, I mean, you name it. So he posted a video just out of giggles saying, hey, here's a riff I came up with, and tagged a couple of us in the post and said, let's throw ideas back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at that moment, we were all kind of struggling to find something to grasp onto to like make our life seem not meaningless because we're musicians. That's what we do.
All right.
So we started throwing ideas back and forth through email, through video chats, and whatever, just kind of finding a way to collectively work together in quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
So then we got all the parts together and mixed and mastered it. And once I got to that point, I started realizing that I know Craig Bentley, he was starting to do the idea as well. I'm like, well, instead of having to reach out and try to find people, let's all have a collective space where we can all meet.
Yeah.
Post what we do, how we can record, and how we can help each other.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, right now, music, as I've noticed, is becoming more important than it has been in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can find a way to make every musician feel that love and make people smile and happy as well, why not?
Yeah. No, it's very cool. Now, you guys got together. Tell us a little bit about this song, Stay 6 Feet Away. John came up with the riff. Tell me a little bit on how you guys actually went through and recorded, went back and forth. Tell me the process of putting this 6 Feet Away together.
So basically what it was is John recorded the riff, and then he wanted it to be a happy song. So I took it into my digital audio workstation and started messing with the tempo, set a mock drum beat to it, sent it back to the guys, and then Tony Carducci, who's another guy that's involved, came back like, ooh, I've got a guitar part that would work perfectly for the verse. So he actually has a guitar amp simulator on his phone. So he records his guitar straight into his phone and then emails me the tracks.
Nice.
So then I place them into my DAW, digital audio workstation, and mix it all together. And Vogel would come back. Tony Vogel, who's another guy involved, Rolling Thunder guitar player. He'd come back and he'd say, what about this idea? What about this? And we just keep swapping ideas back and forth until we finally had one cohesive piece.
Nice.
Now the lyrics actually came from John Van Camp because, he's known to be goofy with Sugar Nipples and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He didn't want it to be too serious.
Uh-huh.
So he just had the idea of let's make it something that people can relate to. So that's why he came up with this. I came up with, we should call it Stay 6 Feet Away.
Yeah.
Just to be funny, like a Steel Panther kind of idea.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what it was. And once we got all the parts together, I mixed and mastered it as best as I could. And we created a YouTube video. And right now what we're trying to do is we're trying to get people to, I don't care if you're vacuuming or if you're spanking your kids or you're running around nude. We're trying to get people just to show us what they're doing during quarantine and have something that we can all do as part of a community to kind of get our minds off of what's actually going on. So we're trying to do a video for the song, but it involved everyone.
Oh, that's a great idea, man. That's a great idea. If people wanted to film themselves staying 6 feet away, what they're doing in quarantine, what is the process of being a part of this video?
Just email us whatever you have. The email is 6 feet away video@gmail.com.
Okay.
And then one of us is just going to put it all in music. Simple as that.
Nice. Well, that's awesome, man. What sort of digital audio workstation do you use? Tell me about the actual process. Give me some nuts and bolts.
Sorry, my phone keeps falling here. We'll fix it. I actually use Reaper,
Okay.
which is a free digital audio workstation.
Hmm.
I know there's better ones out there and there's worse ones out there, but it's just what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And then for drums, I'm using Superior Drummer because let's face it, who has time to mic real drums and mix them these days?
Yeah, that take that. Well, we might have the time, but it is pretty expensive to get the
Yeah,
setup.
correct. And then
When
we're
did?
all using. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, we're all using guitar amp simulators, which basically, if you get the right EQ right, it can sound like the real thing. So
Right.
it's funny how far things have actually come compared to if this was 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. When did you all get started with this, Chuck? When did you get into the actual recording and playing?
As far as like for the song itself,
In general, when did you start messing around with the DAW and the
I actually went to
simulators?
college for digital audio and live sound in Chillicothe,
Okay.
Ohio, back in like '99.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when digital just hadn't taken quite over yet.
Sure.
So I learned everything on outboard gear.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned all the knowledge I needed, but I had to relearn everything within a year.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much that. And then as far as the song itself, I mean, I've been doing that since then. Am I any good at it? Probably not. Um, but as far as the song itself, it was within a week. I mean, we posted the video, then right away we'd all jumped on it, and within a week of having it, all the parts together, we had it
Mhm.
done.
Wow.
But I've been spending 8, 9 hours a day trying to tweak everything, trying to get everyone's parts just right,
Right.
because you're dealing with all these different guitar parts, all these different audio issues, because one's coming from a phone, one's coming from a computer, one's coming from a microphone.
Sure.
So you had
Different
to find a way to make
formats.
all of these kind of levels balance, be a cohesive piece.
Yeah. That's how long have you been writing songs? You've been at it for quite some time. Of course, my recollection goes right back to the Skin Tight days. How long have you been writing songs, Chuck?
Probably as a 15, 16 years old. I
Mhm.
actually busted out the first song I ever wrote the other day on a Facebook Live just for giggles to see if I remember it.
Yeah.
So
How'd you do?
uh, I don't know because I don't remember what I was like as a 15-year-old writing it. So we'll say I did okay.
Okay, I'll take that. That is really interesting to me. The art of writing a song and just art in general is really intriguing to me.
Absolutely.
Where do you think that comes from? Like if you could bottle it, that'd be amazing. But where do you think all that comes from? In your subconscious or what?
You know, I call life experience. I mean, writing a song is it's whoa, hello, Bill.
I'm in the gutter. Now you're upside down and no audio. What happened? There he is. You look good, buddy. No problem. But now I can't hear you. We were just getting good too, man. He was just going to dive into some really deep stuff. He's going to go really deep and give us some nuggets. Whoa, Chuck. Way to go, buddy. What the hell? I can't hear you, brother. Well, in the meantime, you can go check out Chuck Murphy on the YouTube, and the song is called "Stay 6 Feet Away." The band they call ACCV, which I want to kind of get Chuck's idea on where that came from. If we can get audio, I still can't hear you, brother. But there's a really cool Facebook group that kind of put all of this together, and we'll put the links in there as well. So, and I think we're out of time here, Chuck. You're frozen. What the hell, brother? Okay, hold on. Well, the Facebook group is called QC Musicians Online Collaboration. It's got a ton of great musicians. 82 members are part of this, and this is just the very first piece of music that they're going to be putting together, kind of piece by piece. Stay 6 feet away. We'll put that in the links below. You got to check that out. And a very cool thing that Chuck Murphy put together, along with some great musicians in the Quad Cities. And I can't wait to see what is coming up next.